Hi. Hi everyone. I just wanted quickly to share an experience that I had uh, because I think that relates to many people, and I think that it will help many people to uh, move on with their life and be able to make the right decisions. So I want to start with by saying that word of the day or phrase of the day is never make decisions based on someone else's timing. So I give you the story. This big organization. I'm not going to move into details. I'm just going to briefly explain what happened. There is this big organization. I have applied for a position. They called me in for an interview. We have a long chat, 1.5 to 2 hours. Next week they call me for another interview, more into detail about personality and so on. They send me a personality test. I complete the personality test. They asked me for a third interview, and we talked a little bit about leadership and how would I deal with situations, and explain a little bit more about the project and where they want to go. And then they called me for the fourth interview, and they want to talk about some things I didn't talk in the beginning, and then the next day they asked me for references. Look, now it's so long. We don't talk about some high position. It's a high position, but not that high. It's a very, the salary was not so attractive. But what I want to point out is that after all this process, formal process, they have sent me. They called me after the references went through, and they contacted them. They called me and they gave me the offer on the phone, and that I had to decide the same day by 2 o'clock. And then I think about it and I say, okay, I need a couple of days to decide and consider the offer. They say no, if you're not going to decide until 2 o'clock, the offer will be given to the next candidate. And I stressed, and I had to make a decision. And I talked with. They didn't even send me an email with the offer. I sent them an email. They 1 hour later they called me back. I negotiated the offer. I raised it. I raised the offer. Asked for higher salary. They met me somewhere in the middle, and then I can hear. And then they called me to tell me that they didn't reply to my email. So all of a sudden the whole thing became informal. And then I have to make a rash decision, which I don't like. And I have to make a decision until that time. It was a low offer. They build up the excitement, the formality, and then they try to lean me in. They try to block me. They try to make me make that decision and jump in and take on the project. Obviously, they were not looking for someone smart, but that's another discussion. And so they were reactive in the phone because I would not give them what they wanted. That person obviously was not a professional. And then I say, I've been just honest with them. I just need a couple of days to complete the process. I have also applied for one more job. I would like to have the offer of the other job, and they didn't like the fact that they all of a sudden became the second choice. And so they wish me good luck with my future and so on and so forth. And In the end, they also said, "Oh, but by the way, if the other candidate doesn't accept, would it be okay that we contact you back next week if you want the position?" I say, "Of course." Am I taking the position? No. Why? Because imagine me having to work with that person every day. Fuck no. Never make decisions based on somebody else's to-do list. She had the to-do list and she had to cross it off before she goes for her weekend, because this is Friday recording, and she was going for her weekend. And so before the weekend closes, she had to cross off, okay, position checked, person hired. And when I come back to you, where is your self-worth? Where is my self-worth on that? Who I stand on that? What do I say to myself? What I say to myself is, well, there is stress behind that. Whenever a door closes, two new doors open. Believe in yourself. The great things are ahead of you. That's what I have to say to myself, and that's what you have to say to yourself as well. Believe in yourself. Know your value. Don't sign up quickly under stress based on people's agenda for the rest of your life. Don't sign up for that. Don't take rash decisions. Love yourself. Don't be needy. And move on. That's what I wanted to say, guys. I mean, just stressed today because of that. And it's the first time I had that for a long time. For a long time. I just wanted to share that with you. That was my experience. I know life can be difficult sometimes, but try to be grounded. I can tell you that whatever messes up your regulatory system, your nervous system, right? That's your regulation system. Whatever messes up your nervous system, and you feel stressed or imbalanced or forced to do something, or like, that's not good. That's what this society is trying to do to you. That's where the miracle is hiding behind. The miracle hides behind your regulated nervous system. When you feel safe, you feel calm, you're thinking of what you want, you're feeling as you already have it, then the universe will come in the form of this experience for me and ask you, are you really who you claim to be? And you have to be strong enough to say, yes, I am, no, thank you, and calm yourself down, go back to loving yourself, and continue your great work here of self-awareness and creation, because you are a creator. You are the only creator in your life. You are the center of your life, the main character. You are the boss in your life. So hire, fire, manage, sell and buy, because you are that guy in your life. I wish you a great day, a great life. Thank you for listening to me. I'm no better than anybody. I love you all. Have a great day.